What's up guys, it's HeIioskrill here. Today we're showing you how to get out of the map on Tip of the Spear on Halo Reach. This is a revisit since obviously this is an old game. This is nothing new, really. But you want to start on Rally Point Alpha on any difficulty. I just chose easy just to show you. Scoring could be on whatever, but you have to be on the map. Sorry, not the map. The mission Tip of the Spear. Now, when you get to this part, or the BXR building, or the mining facility, different names that people call it, you want to grab the armor lock, which is around this corner. Once take out all these enemies, you just want to run up these stairs. There should be a few more enemies, and there should be another flight of stairs, and then there's an armor lock, which you'll see in a minute once I take out these. Alright, so I thought it was there when I was recording this, but it's right there. So that's the first part of this done. So the next part carries on right here when you don't have to have a revenant for this part, by the way. I just did it. I just grabbed it because it was easier. It's when you get to the AA turret that you have to destroy. So you would just want to clear out the area here. Whilst I'm clearing this out, I just wanted to say, I thought I would make this video since a lot more convincing for like the Halo 5 videos, because obviously understandable, a lot of people like the old games, I do myself. But yeah, so I thought I would make a revisit today, and see how you guys like that instead. So yeah, once you clear out the area, all you have to do is destroy the AA turret, which you'll see in a minute. It's taking me a bit of time to clear them out here, but you should have it soon. Also, thanks guys for sticking with me. For those who do, sorry, He's on holiday, as some of you already know. But yeah, so obviously I'm covering for him. This is like my 4th or 5th video now on this channel. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me until He'd is back. Sorry if I annoy my voice or whatever. I know a lot of people don't like it. But yeah, you have to stick with it for a little bit longer. He should be back soon. But here we go. I've cleared this out right here. Or nearly. Just gotta take out this hunter now. Alright, and we are good. So you just want to jump out. This is where your armor lock comes into play. So you want to destroy the core like normal, and obviously it will start blowing up. But instead of running away, you want to come over here onto this part right here, and you want to get ready till it's about to blow up. You'll hear the sound of when it's about to blow up, and you want to get into armor lock like you just did there, so it doesn't kill you. You're still up on the ledge. Now, what you need to do at this part is jump onto the wing of the Pelican, and then just jump onto the center. And you just want to wait here for a little bit. It's about to take off. So, when it's gonna take off, when you feel yourself sliding, or you find out the right time to do it, you want to get into armor lock, just like that, and keep holding it until it runs out, just to make sure you definitely don't fall off. And that's it. You're pretty much out. You can't really explore much up on this ledge, so I'm going to show you a way to get onto lower ground here. But yeah, right here you can see everything, the war going on over there, or the scripted one, I should say. But yeah, you can explore on this ledge for as much as you want. You have to be a little bit careful there's a few invisible places you can jump through, like this one. So you just want to be careful of that. But yeah, so I'm going to show you how to get down here. So there should be a little black mark, which you'll see in a second. I'll shoot at it, which is right there. And there should be a little strip of black to the left of that. You just want to drop down like that, hold left on the joystick, hold back on the joystick like I just did there, and you'll hit the rock, and you'll survive. Usually if you jump down, you'll die, so you have to get that spot to survive. But now you're down here. and you can explore. And I've got to say, it is pretty cool. You can see like how all the stuff was kind of put together a bit. Not obviously not really like the coding and stuff, but you can see like all of them in action in front of you. Now, the actual vehicles themselves aren't like textured properly. Obviously, the the final textured versions of all the vehicles you'll see here are shiny. They've got a lot of detail to them. Well, obviously they do, but here you'll see that they are really low textured, and they're only textured to look good from a long distance away, and which they actually do. They did do a good job with it. But as soon as you get close, as you can see, they don't look as nice as the final versions. I believe they did this just to stop people from lagging, because if they had this many, like, really good assets, like, this far out, just for a background scene, when they could do something like this, it might lag the game. But, yeah, this is what it looks like, like, close up. As you can see, a little glitchy, it look pretty weird. But yeah, this is the Covenant side, of Ghosts and Wraiths, and Banshees above, which you'll see in a minute. And over here we have Scorpions and chain gun warthogs. Well, they look like chain gun warthogs, but they also look like gorsehogs. It's a bit unclear on which they are, because obviously it's so untextured, it's really vague, but I believe they're chain gun warthogs. But yeah, you can just see them driving around and get close up to the tanks. Yeah, the projectiles and the explosions look really good. Well, they look pretty good, but the actual vehicles themselves are pretty low textured and low effort, just to make it look realistic from a view. And again, they did a really good job of that, which you can see here with the Falcons and the Banshees. If you look closely, you'll see that they really aren't textured properly. They've got rigid lines, they aren't shiny, you could step through them and whatnot. They just, obviously they're very unfinished, and they're just like scrap ones. But here's the tanks and the warthogs. I'm actually going back here to where the warthogs spawn, because it's pretty weird how they spawn. As you can see for the tanks there, they go mini and then they grow really big, and it's kind of the same thing for the warthogs, except before they go mini, they have a bit of a big version of the warthog that's like kind of spazzes out before it. It's pretty weird. It kind of just flashes and then it goes mini and then comes up normally. As I got closer to it, it seemed to disappear or not be as free. You'll see it in a minute, like there. But there you go. It's pretty weird. I don't know why they did it like that. I don't know if it's to spawn it in a weird way or something or like that. But if anyone knows, just let me know. I'm pretty interested onto why. But yeah, that's all of it for the Warzone over there. Now I'm gonna switch. It took me a while to walk over to here, but I decided to explore a lot of it. It took me at least an hour to walk out here. Well, to walk out further, which you'll see later. But to walk out here didn't take me that long. It took me about 10 minutes or so. But I just wanted to grab this footage for you guys. I know how long it can take, so I just thought I'd do it for you, so you didn't have to do it yourself. Just in case some of you are curious, or you can't do it yourself because you sold your 360 or don't even have the game. But here it is up close. Well, about to walk up to the spire. Here it is. It's also pretty untextured, unfinished. It's meant to look good from a distance again. It's got some nice beams of light on it, but that's kind of it. It's kind of the same thing as the warthogs, really, except this one is made like a paper like structure. So some of you as kids, or if you are kids, sometimes you can print out these nets of 3D paper things, and you could fold them up, and they would kind of look like what these spires look like. I don't know why, that's kind of what it reminded me of. But another thing that's pretty weird is that these shards of rock, which I'll come up to in a second, they're actually one-sided, and by that I mean, on one side they exist, on the other side they completely don't, which you'll see there. So one side is textured, the other side is just completely see-through. Can't see anything through it. I thought it was pretty weird, but it's also pretty fascinating to see how Bungie made a lot of these rock formations and scenes outside of what was actually going on. And they did a really good job, because a lot of it looks like really good from far away, but obviously close up it doesn't look as good. So this is explored way further. As you can see, the spies are over there, and when you get about here, when you look up in the skybox in a certain angle, you get this really weird, I don't know what to call it, it's just like a fluctuation effect. Kind of reminds me of thermal detecting, I think it's something like that. You can have a thermal detector, and it detects heat. Kind of reminds me of that for some reason. I think the colors are the same and kind of the effects on it. But yeah, when you look back, it gives you that really weird effect. It also gives you a green effect when you zoom in. A green and red, and blue, aqua, and purple for regular. But what's really weird about this as well is that it gets bigger when you walk back. I've nearly, well, the end of this clip is nearly over, and we're about to switch to another one, which you'll see it gets pretty big. I'm not sure why this is, again, but there you go. That's, it's pretty big, it's weird, I don't really honestly know why it's there, but yeah, this only happens, as far as I know, when you go pretty far out. Okay. But now we're even further out, you can see, if you look closely, the ground starts to like shake and go pixelated. This is some untextured ground I just walked through, but the ground, like the actual ground that you can step on, it starts glitching out. It goes like a bit pixelated, it starts shaking, and so does the gun here, which you can see. But I don't know why it does it. It kind of reminds me of the out of bounds, or out of battlefield, whatever you want to call it, effect that you get on recent games these days, or mainly Halo 5 in it, when you go out the boundary and you get the out of bounds like red effect on your screen. It starts going pixelated like that, and like glitching left and right. It also happens in this game, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that effect. It's pretty weird, and I don't know why it happens this far out, and not like before or anything. It's a mystery to me. But I also got some cool footage of the skybox and how some of it works, like those arcs of fire, which sometimes spew up. They're just rigged like lasers from underground, I guess you could call them. Not obviously not actually lasers, but they're just like FX, which underground they fire up into the sky. But this is as far as I got out. 11,000. I believe it is meters out. Couldn't really read it there, but I got pretty far out, and then I had to stop. But as you can see, it gets pretty glitchy. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, leave a like and post feedback in the comments. See you in the next one.